The latest coronavirus UK visa news and guidance. A very warm welcome to you guys. Svetlana Shlapak, the founder of UK Visa Success.com, is here. I'm so pleased that you're watching this video because there were so many updates and developments in this area of law, and today I'm going to update you on this, and also I'm going to explain how to get a further guidance if this is what you need. So here's what we are going to cover.
We are going to discuss the situations where you are in the UK and your visa expires from 24th of January 2020 until 31st of July 2020. And also when you are in the UK and you need to extend your visa in order to remain here on a long-term basis. I'm going to show you how to check if the UK visa and citizenship application centers are open. I'm going to talk about tier 1 entrepreneurs and how the Home Office adapted the rules to help you meet the eligibility requirements, and also we are going to talk about tier 4 applicants, about students, about NHS workers, and also how they've slightly changed the tier 2 and tier 5 visa application processes. And guys, if during this video you decide that you would like to know more about everything which was discussed in today's video, you're very welcome to visit ukvisasuccess.com/it-gets-better and request further information. This is completely free and it will be with you within the next 60 seconds of your request. So let us begin. So if you are in the UK and your visa expires between 24th of January 2020 and 31st of July 2020, you can apply to extend your visa up until 31st of July 2020. And that is provided you cannot leave the UK because of travel restrictions or self-isolation period related to coronavirus. However, you need to actually request this extension from the Home Office, and you can do so by updating their records with the coronavirus immigration team. And guys, what changed from the last time when I created an update for you is that now they've added the application form and they actually made the process much easier. So now instead of writing to the Home Office a letter, all you need to do is complete this very short form giving you reference number, passport number, arrival details, and so on and so forth. And you need to know that if you have not made any applications to the Home Office, it is unlikely that you're going to have any reference numbers from them. However, if you made your application from outside the UK, you're highly likely to have this GWF reference number or VAF reference number. So please search for your records and try and find these reference numbers. And as you can see, if known, they do accept the fact sometimes you don't have this reference number, but it will make their update application much easier if you actually provide them with these reference numbers. It is absolutely crucial for you to keep the records of the fact that you submitted your application, and I suggest that you do a screenshot first of all of the completed form. So once you've completed the form, before submitting the form, before clicking this button, just make a screenshot of the completed form and then click submit and then make a screenshot again. And if you have not received any confirmation from the Home Office to the email address which you've mentioned here, this means that something went wrong with the application, and I strongly suggest that you resubmit the application again. And if you'd like to have a link to this form, you're very welcome to request it here at ukvisasuccess.com. It gets better. And also, guys, if the Home Office already extended your visa to 31st of May 2020, that is, if you already made the request to the Home Office, you do not need to apply for your visa extension again to 31st of July 2020, because this will be done automatically by the Home Office. And also you need to know that the Home Office says that due to the fact that all experience the ease of lockdown now, they expect you, and I quote here, to take all reasonable steps to leave the UK before 31st of July 2020, and they do add here where it is possible to do so. If you are applying to stay in the UK long term, you can do so by switching to a long-term UK visa until 31st of July 2020. If your visa expires between 24th of January 2020 until 31st of July 2020, and this includes applications where you would usually need to apply for a visa from your country of origin. So you'd need to go outside and reapply there. So at this stage, before your visa expires, if your visa expires before 31st of July 2020, they will allow you to make this application in the UK. And of course, you will need to meet the requirements for this route, and they will also expect you to pay the fee. The visa application process is online, and the terms of your visa will remain the same until your application is decided by the Home Office. And also some UK visa and citizenship application centers will reopen. This is happening on a daily basis, and some of them already reopened from June 2020, and they have a list where you can actually check if your local UK visa and citizenship application center is now open, and you can request if you go to ukvisasuccess.com /it gets better. However, a number of service and support centers will remain closed, that is temporarily closed because of the coronavirus. And if you already made an application to the Home Office, they have probably already contacted you and they told you that the appointment has been postponed. And they probably said to you that they would contact you again once the center is reopened. And they did promise that they will help everyone rebook their appointments. However, if you checked that your visa application center is now open but no one contacted you, I strongly suggest that you get in touch themselves and rebook your appointment. And of course, your immigration status in the UK will not change as a result of you not being able to attend your appointment. If you are in the UK as a Tier 1 entrepreneur, and guys, I just would like to remind you that this route is now closed to the new applicants. So if you are here already on a Tier 1 entrepreneur visa and your business has been disrupted, which is highly likely due to current situation, and the Home Office says that you no longer need to employ at least 2 people for 12 consecutive months. The 12 months periods you are required to employ someone for can be made up to multiple jobs across different months. A time when your employees could not work will not count towards the 12 months period. And they also say that if you have not been able to employ staff for 12 months, by the time your visa expires, they will allow you to remain temporarily in order to extend your stay, and just they will give you more time to meet these requirements. These arrangements will continue for applications made after 31st of May 2020, where the jobs you're relying on were disrupted due to coronavirus. If you have applied as a student for a Tier 4 visa and you are waiting for a decision on your application, you can start your course of studies before your visa application has been decided. And that is provided you meet the following conditions. First of all, you need to make sure that your sponsor is a Tier 4 sponsor, and the Home Office has got a list, as you know, and you have been already given a confirmation of acceptance for studies, and you submitted your application before your current visa expired, and you show to your sponsor evidence, and the course you start is the same as the one listed on your confirmation of acceptance for studies. And also, most importantly, if you need to have an academic technology approved scheme certificate, you have one. Now, let us talk about the Tier 2 and Tier 5 applicants. More or less the same rules apply to them as well. So you can start work before your visa application has been decided if you have been assigned a certificate of sponsorship and you submitted your application before your current visa expired, and you show your sponsor evidence of this, and the job you start is the same as the one which is listed on your certificate of sponsorship. Now let us talk about the NHS visas. First of all, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and I'm sure that lots of viewers and listeners will join me in thanking all NHS workers for all your hard work during this very uneasy time. So if you're working for the NHS, some frontline health workers and their families will get their visa automatically extended because of coronavirus, and I did provide you guys with a number of videos on this particular topic, and also I've provided you with some articles. I've also written some articles, so you're very welcome to visit ukvisasuccess.com and also explore the YouTube channel in order to get more information on this. So there will be changes to the conditions of visas for some frontline health workers, and this is going to be in your favor. And these changes will apply to you if you work for the NHS or independent health and care provider as a biochemist, a biological scientist, a dental practitioner, health professional, medical practitioner, medical radiographer, midwife, nurse, occupational therapist, ophthalmologist, paramedic, pharmacist, physiotherapist, podiatrist, psychologist, a social worker, speech and language therapist, therapy professional. You need to check with your employer if you are not sure whether you work in an eligible profession. Guys, you should also know that you can work at any NHS hospital during the coronavirus outbreak if your sponsor can maintain their sponsorship duties, and sponsors will not need to notify the Home Office of the change provided you do what they say, provided you maintain your duties as well. And you can carry out supplementary work in any role at any skill level during the coronavirus outbreak, and there is no restriction on the number of hours you can work. And there were some changes to the current restrictions on the number of hours you can work or volunteer, and there is no longer a limit on the number of hours you can work or volunteer if you are here as a Tier 4 student, as a Tier 2 worker, and your NHS job is a second job, or you are here as a visiting academic researcher or a holder of a short-term visa and are permitted to volunteer. If you are a pre-registration nurse in the UK, the deadline for you to sit in the occupational structured clinic examination has been extended to 31st of December 2020. And if you don't pass on the first attempt, you will have until 31st of May 2021 to receive this exam. And And this is it, my friends. This is all we wanted to discuss today. I just would like to remind you that at this page, ukvisasuccess.com/more, you can find tons of free resources helping you understand various UK immigration rules. And also, if you'd like to receive a very short newsletter from me on a weekly basis, you're very welcome to subscribe at ukvisasuccess.com/newsletter. I really value our ukvisasuccess.com community, and in this newsletter I'll provide them with exclusive invitations to various free online masterclasses, and also I recently created a podcast which is open only to ukvisasuccess.com community, which you may join by signing to this newsletter. I wish you all the best, guys. Have an amazing week.